What's going on, FUD Nation? We're back 2 days in a row. I know, not really something to brag about, but I promise I'm going to be doing my best to get as much content as possible out. Feel bad for not getting enough out over the last few weeks. Anyway, we're going to be talking a little bit today about Tron. We're actually going to be doing a series of Tron updates just because we do care a lot about the Tron blockchain community here on this channel, and we're also looking to build a lot of things within the Tron ecosystem. I have a huge update for you guys regarding Tron Chat, something I'm very excited to share with you guys. But for now, let's launch into this Tron update to give you guys this up-to-the-minute news on everything going on in the Tron world. Now, recently, you might have heard that Tron has surpassed 1 million transactions per day. So a big round of applause for Tron for having such a high transaction volume. But more importantly, there's a lot of stuff going on within the Tron world that is exciting. One of those things is a recent partnership with Binance's charity fund, blockchain charity fund, and that's pretty exciting just to see collaboration between Justin Sun and Binance's CZ, two of the blockchain industry's most noteworthy CEOs and figureheads in general. It's just great to see them doing their thing and collaborating. We can hope that this could lead to more collaborations across more areas besides just charity. We'll have to start there and see where it goes. Of course, you've probably heard that Tron and BitTorrent have teamed up, unless you've been living under a rock somewhere. But what you didn't know is that they're launching an ad platform specifically for the cryptocurrency community. This is actually pretty huge because right now the advertising channels for cryptos, ICOs, investment products, different blockchain solutions, it's very limited. And as we saw with Apple's pulling of the Off the Chain podcast that was created by Anthony Pompliano to provide just simple blockchain education to the world, and in this particular instance, just educating the world on an argument for Bitcoin was pulled unceremoniously with absolutely no reason given by Apple. But we can assume that it has something to do with it being a cryptocurrency podcast. We've seen random sort of acts of violence towards the cryptocurrency channels and community over recent months, and that is very disturbing. And as we've seen with Google and Facebook and even Amazon implementing some or differentiated forms of ad bans on ICOs and cryptocurrency products, we can see that this might be a battleground for free speech, and that's why having an ad platform like BitTorrent and Tron are creating could be incredibly valuable. So we'll have to see exactly how this takes shape, but we can see that this is potentially one of the bigger use cases for the BitTorrent implementation for Tron, along with, of course, their decentralized file storage system. There was also a recently accepted proposal by the Tron community and the Super Representatives to kick out what they call GRs, or Genesis Representatives. Now, these Genesis Representatives initially started the Tron mainnet network, and they were sort of responsible for upholding the network, and they were sort of a fallback in case something were to happen with the Super Representatives. But what we've seen right now is that the SRs are saying, you know what, we don't need these GRs. We've elected democratically 27 Super Representatives. Let's go forward with these 27. And let's sort of essentially increase the rewards for those 27, focus only on those 27, and not have this other sort of round of Genesis representatives in the picture at all. Obviously, the super representatives that voted for it will benefit financially by having increased rewards, by not giving any out to the Genesis representatives. I understand why they voted for it. I understand why it kind of makes sense on paper. But now you have 27 people who are arguably participating in this Tron ecosystem for financial gain, the super representatives. And now if they can be corruptible by, let's say, EOS, or Ethereum, or someone comes to them and makes them a better offer, all of a sudden you can have a system where those 27 can lapse or even attack the network. I don't know. I'm not saying that this is likely. I'm just saying that this is possible, and that those Genesis representatives represented, in my idea, in my mind, some sort of a fail-safe fallback. So I don't know if this was a bad idea or if this was a good idea, but I just thought I'd discuss it with you guys. What do you guys think of getting rid of the Genesis representatives? Do you think it's a step in the right direction for sort of free liquid democracy on the blockchain? Or is this actually kind of a move that seems wise, but is actually a little bit foolish in that it creates more vulnerabilities for the Tron network? You guys let me know in the comment section below. I'm always curious what you guys think. We've also seen an influx in Tron gambling dApps. Obviously, these take place on every network, but now we have the Tron Dice game paying out over 200 million TRX already, which is worth over $6 million, and that number just continues to grow. And we've also seen Tron Bet, and we're seeing a lot of different casino-style games take place on Tron. That's kind of cool. Obviously, it's creating a lot of transactions, and it's something that we all know people in the cryptocurrency industry love, which is a little bit of gambling. A rush of blood, a potential win, a little increase in your financial well-being. Sometimes I feel like gambling dApps are almost too emblematic and embody too much the spirit of the cryptocurrency investment industry, and this is proof to that point. We also have word that Justin Sun met personally with Arthur Levitt, who is a former SEC chairman. He's on the board of Bloomberg, and he's also an advisor to many cryptocurrency projects. So this is an incredibly useful person to have on your side, and just an informative figure in the community who's been on both the regulatory side and is now working with young companies, probably to work within those regulatory confines and build long-lasting, regulatory-friendly products. Let's hope that TRX is in that camp, and it looks like they will be in that camp of cryptocurrencies and products that end up being on the right side of regulation, even though, you know, everyone launched into an ICO and the SEC is being very unclear as to what that means. Hopefully, through the process of working with SEC chairmen and former SEC officials, we can make sure that TRX stays on the right side of that boundary. Well, that's it. Just a short and sweet update for Tron. Let me know what you guys are most excited about. Obviously, there's great partnerships. There's been a big acquisition. They keep building out developer tools. There's lots of little dApps. What do you guys think is the big next move for Tron? What are you guys most excited about? Obviously, I'll be giving you some more updates about the project I'm working on very, very soon, and I'm very excited to do so. But let me know what you guys think. What are you most excited about? Do you think Tron will stand up against these other infrastructure projects that are exploding like EOS? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm always curious what you, the Tron community, think. Obviously, I apologize, FUD Nation, if you're not a big fan of Tron, but we do like Tron over here, and we're also invested personally in building within this ecosystem. So we're gonna start doing a little bit more of Tron-focused updates, something that we said we'd do back in the day, but we're gonna definitely make sure we do enough of going forward. So we hope you guys enjoyed this, and as usual, we'll be back with our normal news coverage in the very near future. Thanks for being with me. I'm Elio Trades. You're watching FUD TV, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.